Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. I'm currently going to be playing in a tournament mode, actually. I'm in round 2 of the Jitch tournament, hosted by Jitch on Twitch, who's actually in this lobby, playing in their own tournament. Daily tournament hosted on the BlueStacks Discord server, so I've got a Discord server link down in the description below. It's a pretty stacked lobby. We've got a lot of really good players in here, and right now I just need to get top 4 to advance on to the next round. So placement between 1 and 4 doesn't really matter, which does kind of impact the strategy of the game a little bit, especially come the later rounds when you're just really hard fighting for that top 4 spot rather than really trying to care about whether you win first or second. So pick up Chainmail here to go with our Tusk. Let's take a quick look at the jail today. It's actually a pretty generous jail. Nobody is super devastated by this jail. Wind Ranger is easy to replace in Hunters. Bounty Hunter is easy to replace in Assassins. Doom is maybe the biggest hit. Missing Doom out of a Brutes build, but I haven't really found too much success with Brutes even with Doom, so maybe it's not that big of a loss. Viper is hardly played at all, neither is Ogre Magi. Enchantress is an early game unit, but if she's gone, there's other early game units to play. And I guess Disruptor kind of hurts some late game Warlock strategies, as well as Kunkka, like 6 Warriors, 4 Warlocks, maybe not quite a thing. But overall, most strategies seem to be relatively happy with the current jail today. Gonna pick up a pair of Drow Rangers here. Always happy to pick up pairs of really anything. Drow Ranger is quite good just to get the Heartless bonus along with either Pudge or Shadow Demon, which we haven't found yet, but hopefully on next turn. Let's see what we get. We get an Abaddon, which is really interesting because Knights are completely unaffected here. Or I could pick up the pair of Tusks. But you know what? I think most of the players in this lobby are really opposed to going Knights. I think that's that's not something that you could transfer over to a lot of ladder games or ranked games that you just know who your opponents are. But I've played with a lot of these players many times before in other tournaments, and there's kind of there's kind of a conception that people don't like Knights really, which I think is a little bit unfounded. It's just people have tendencies and you kind of pick up on that over time. But when we get this early start, we get a Heartless. Wasn't the one I was expecting, but on this all the same, it's still pretty good. Big Time Contract is really just Vitality Booster, plus I think I'll pick up a Chainmail. We'll have a pretty tanky front line with Chainmail on our Knights. And then Knights go particularly well with an Essex with her massive amount of healing output. Getting a little bit punished for not picking the Tusks earlier, but I guess we couldn't have really seen that one coming. Let's kind of duck off to the side here. Maybe I want Drow Ranger to get hooked in rather than an Essex. Probably an Essex is going to be dealing a bit more damage in the early game. So if my opponents are playing Pudge, which I feel like anybody who finds it will, we're just going to kind of position like this so that the Pudge would potentially hook the Drow Ranger rather than the Essex. They're against Tiny, so this formation is not quite as good against Tiny, not by any means, but still pretty functional actually, as long as an Essex can... she got 1 cast off. Okay, that's probably the best we can hope for. Actually, we might get this. It'll be really close. I don't think so. I think we're going to be just a little bit short here in terms of just raw damage output. The 2-star Drow Ranger won't be able to solo out an Essex even 1v1, but especially not with a Bat Rider running some interference there. No problem though. We're going to scout around. We see one person has picked up Chaos Knight. I guess the second has on the bench. I just want to be cognizant of anybody who might be treading on my... Oh, a lot of people on my Bat Riders. It's alright. Bat Rider is probably the least important one. There is a Chaos Knight. Let's get that in over the Bat Rider. Just going to be a much better unit right away. Kind of want to pick up Pudge and Witch Doctor. Ooh, he's picked up a Bat Rider and Chaos Knight as well. I got Abaddon, which is a bit more invested in this. Here's the thing. I really want to... I don't think I really want to go for 4 Trolls. 4 Trolls is I guess it's alright, but I think I would rather try to get like a healer build together, because we have all the parts for a good healer build, not in jail. Like, we have all the knights, we have the Necrophos, we can play Dazzle, we can play Necrophos and Omni Knight. So I think I'd like to... Well, I don't even know if I want Witch Doctor in that case, but I'm going to pick up the Pudge here in the Witch Doctor. And I see double Drow Ranger. Yeah, I'm going to sell off the Witch Doctor and pick up double Drow Rangers here. I don't know if I'm really going to go for 3-star Drow Ranger. She doesn't really fit into this comp long term if we're going with Knights, but maybe we swap to something different if we end up with a lot of Drow Rangers. There's not a lot here for us. The question is, how hard do I want to commit to this Knights build? A lot of people picking up Bat Riders on the side, but I see a lot of people towards other warrior builds. I think I'm going to sell these guys off to get up to 10 gold. I think I'd be more likely to play a Tusk. Actually, maybe I should be playing Tusk instead of a Bat Rider here on this turn, actually. Rather than, I think Tusk would just be, it would be tankier. Bat Rider doesn't really give me much here. I mean, he did a pretty good job of baiting and then kiting back against that Slardar. Because the way that works is they have a tendency to move adjacent to Drow Ranger. So essentially what happened is somebody's going to lock onto the Bat Rider here, and then he's going to walk backwards after an attack or two, back to here. And that'll, like, you know, buy me some DPS time on them and just give a little bit better opportunity to deal with them. Actually, I might just want to put him permanently further back. Try to bait out opposing Pudge hooks. Still one other player on Knights. I think I'm probably going to level up on this turn. Just because I think I can do that and also keep...
My time is now.
Also keep gold for interest here. 3... I guess I do have to sell off. I can sell off train, that's alright. Just put in the Pud, or the Tusk. Actually, I just want to put in a second Chaos Knight. That seems much better. Since the way the demon buff works now, it's totally fine if you have a pair of them here. And it gives more hype generation to an Essex, so she'll get to cast her heal a little bit quicker. Nice. Pudge hook onto the Bat Rider, that was exactly what we wanted. Instead of onto an Essex or Drow Ranger, and looks like we're just tearing through their front line. Perfect. Buy up all this stuff afterwards. And we're still going to be very competitive. We actually stop their win streak and start one of our own, right? Nice, nice. Starting a win streak. Be important to try to keep our gold up since we did level early, which some other people have done in this lobby. It seems to be a bit more in meta to be leveling a little bit earlier, especially if you're playing Knights, where you're really looking at trying to get a lot of 3-cost units, rather. You want to get those odds of tier 3 units up as quickly as possible to find the Abaddon, to find the Omni Knight, and then eventually once you get to 6, to find that Necrophos for the tier 4 units. You don't need too many tier 1 units, just, you know, a 2-star Bat Rider, but that's not even the end of the world. You don't really want to get him up to 3-star. That's probably not in the cards for most games. There's an Abaddon and a Pudge. Pudge is just like the best unit in the game right now. It's really astounding, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm just gonna sell off everything here. I just straight up get up to 20. I miscounted, but I just want to get up to 20 gold of interest. Like, why not take a win streak to get 20 gold? Hopefully keep winning. We're up against the other win streaking players, so it's not exactly likely, but it is possible. It looks like we got it. We bunched through their front line and are killing their DPS now, so I think we're good. Drow Ranger's untouched, but our front line's about to go down. Oh, their Bat Rider must be getting really big. No, I can't. I didn't quite kill him. Oh no, that Venomancer must have been at 1 life. Oh no, we didn't kill any of those things. I had a Chaos Knight on the Venomancer and I thought he was dead. Nope. Wow. That's unfortunate. That was inches right there, despite the fact that we basically have none of our units to 2-star except for the Drow. I don't even like really want to get more Drow Rangers, if I'm being honest. I think I just want to use the free reroll and blacklist it and hope for better 1-cost units, which we did not find. Did not find the Bat Rider, did not find Chaos Knight upgrade or Abaddon upgrade. But on the bright side, it looks like every other player's moved away from Knights, other than a few Bat Riders here and there. But no one else has picked up Chaos Knight or Luna or Abaddon, so I feel pretty decent about the situation, all things considered. If we're going to be uncontested, I think this is a very strong build, given the current jail and the power of a Nesix and her healing, with the potential of a healer buff plus the Knight's bonus for damage reduction. This Pudge is taking forever to take down, but eventually we get him. Abaddon's Aphotic Shield does big damage, and we can run over pretty much everybody else apparently, but... Oh, they lost their win streak too. Ceremonials beat out Estrud there. Yeah, pretty similar comps. Alright, the general perception here is that Chaotic Hunter is probably the best option, especially if you still want to keep your healing. There's no reason to pick up End of Medicine or Arcane Ritual in this type of a build. I think I'll sell off the Tiny here just to get back up to 30 gold. I'm just playing it very econ-focused this game since I don't have a win streak. You can see I don't, despite my slight win streak and constantly playing towards econ, I'm still low on gold comparatively. There's 3 people above me, so I'm 4th place in terms of gold, despite being, you know, in relatively good shape this game. A lot of other players in the lobby are playing the same kind of way, so gotta set myself up for success. Getting up to level 8 or 9 with this build and trying to get 3 stars is going to require lots of gold. So making sure we just sell off the units that might be nice to have, but maybe it's better to just bank that gold right away and be happy with that. Shadow Fiend, unfortunately, is just like a really bad unit right now. I'm actually gonna level up. He's just so... It's so unfortunate because of the way he has such a long cast time, and every other demon is just going to silence him during that cast time. We can pick up a Smuggler here. That'll... I mean, we wish we picked it up earlier so we could potentially get a tier 3 item this turn, but that'll open up the possibility or the higher likelihood of finding tier 3 items next turn. Ooh, Omni Knight. Okay, that's going to come in over probably the Pudge. We don't really need Pudge. I'd rather just have all this Knights and this damage reduction. I think that's where I want to be. And we're still at 30 gold, so that's perfect. Still at 30 gold. We've leveled up right on par with the other players who are also at level 6 with 30 gold. 2-star Morphling here. That's going to be a little bit painful, and the 2-star Pudge also, or Tusk with the Blink Dagger also got in there pretty quickly, but looks like our healing's going to win out. They haven't got to an Essex, and so she's going to definitely heal through all this, I would think. Just barely. Ooh, that Chaos Knight almost died. I mean, he eventually did, but he took quite a long time to bring down. So I think we got this. But this Morphling is being a big pain. 7,000 damage. Wow. But eventually we get there. Our healing wins out because we were able to punch through their front line a little bit faster than they were. Able to punch through ours. And it worked out pretty well. So on the lookout for units like Dazzle. On the lookout, there's the Dazzle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I can sell off the Pudge. Just get up to 40 gold. There's no reason to buy the Dazzle right now. He's not going to... I guess he would complete the Troll Alliance, but even then I kind of want like a second Chaos Knight in there. So there's no reason to buy him before interest locks in. We are like second place right now, but I really feel this is a little tenuous. Like this is not necessarily likely to continue because we don't have the 2 stars yet. Meanwhile, our opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4 units of 2-star. We have 1 unit to 2-star. So, like, I think our success so far has been a little bit anomalous. Or is just, you know, a good testament to the power of knights at this point. But yeah, this is where it starts to fall apart. So that's gonna hurt. But the reason is that this is the person who's on the massive losing streak, so they've had a free reroll every single round. So, you know, you take a big hit. Obviously more than I would have liked to, but I kind of expected a loss coming soon since we've had these pairs of Chaos Knight, pair of Abaddons, and not yet completed them. So I'm not overly concerned with that. I still think we have a good game plan. We're scouting around. We don't see anybody else going Knights. We see a couple people on Dazzles, which is a little surprising to me. What was the deal on Batrider? One person still on Batrider. It's an Arc Warden who's just generically really, really good. I think I throw him in just right now, and we kind of go off over onto this side to better facilitate this. So they've got a Pudge, which I kind of anticipated opponents are going to have Pudge, and then they're going to hook the furthest target, which is going to be the Arc Warden clone here. And I misplaced my Essex. She should have been back a step, because right now the Demon Archer is not doing anything at all. And he won't, because our Essex will just have 0 damage this fight. Okay, there we go. But that was way too late to actually get that online there, and Essex had already dealt over 1,000 damage, so that was really bad. Yeah, I need to move my Essex back 1 step. She was going to spawn behind her, not in front of her, so that was bad. That's alright. We get another reroll, and we're close to a lot of upgrades, and I don't even think with the correct position we win this fight. They just have too many 2-star units. They also had 4 2-star units, so we've got 3 pairs here. Actually, I kind of want an Essex like out here. There's a Batrider. Let's use our free reroll. Another Batrider, probably not what I need. Let's just get back up to above 50 here. And we might go for 3-star Batrider if no one else will. Batrider is not really the most impactful one I was hoping for. I was hoping for the Chaos Knight or Abaddon, stronger frontliners here. But it works. We're up to 50 gold. I'm pretty healthy. Still have 75 life. We're about to hit the creep round after this. So I feel pretty good about our current situation, all things considered. Even if we're about to hit a small losing streak, just because everyone got a little bit tankier than us at this point. I think we're going to win. It'll be close on this one. I don't know if we're going to win this. They have healing as well. They've got a lot of healing. Barely got it. Chaos Knight. Yeah, I think this Batrider will win this fight. This will be a little bit of a drawn-out fight, but the Batrider should get there. Just as auto attacks hit really hard. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I don't think I'm going to play Mr. Warlock. I'd like to get a Necrophos for the extra healer, but he could work. I think if we're doing a lot of healing, we want the longer fights. Probably want confidence boost just to get ultimates out faster. Can pick up another Batrider. Maybe we get for 3-star Batrider. It's not always my intention, but it could work. Let's level up after this round just to increase our odds of finding that Necrophos, who's going to be our 3rd healer, you know, assuming Mr. Warlock doesn't actually pan out, which you probably won't. Necrophos would just be better, a good replacement for Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger starts to fall off around this point in the game at 2-star. She's been fine so far, but soon we're going to want to get, you know, the 3-4 cost units, get them in here. Hopefully we can find some of our other frontliners upgraded. So we get a Skull Basher, which I think is a pretty good item, pretty good damage item. Great on Arc Warden. Even if we don't stick with Arc Warden forever. We might play him. you know, he's always just a good backline damage source. Oh, I forgot about Luna, of all things. How have we not had Luna yet? Well, we probably want to throw that guy in. Chaos Knight in instead. I'm actually going to sell these guys off and use a reroll because I think we're really close to so many upgrades that I'd like to take a chance. You know, if I hit another Chaos Knight, that'd be a big upgrade. If I hit another Abaddon, it'd be a big upgrade. And I think a lot of people are going to get big upgrades around this creep round right afterwards. So I fear that I'm very weak comparatively, which we already kind of knew. But that's why I wanted to be a little bit aggressive and reroll just a little bit there. We didn't find it. We found the Luna, but it wasn't an upgrade right away. But we did get a really good upgrade in the Skull Basher, right? The Skull Basher is doing so much work. Just pumping out extra damage, but also stuns from our Arc Warden.
Time to send the trolls a message.
Looks like we get this, and Essex still up at full. We are in good shape.
Suffer.
They've leveled up to 8. My opponent leveled to 8 already. Nice Judd here. They're on a losing streak. They leveled to 8. Wow, I guess they only had 7. Maybe they leveled up during the round. But still, that's crazy aggressive. I'm definitely not going to do that because we're looking more for 3-star units. There's the Chaos Knight. Perfect. I still think I'm going to reroll a little bit here. Alchemist. Okay. How can I make a 3-star Alchemist work? Or a 2-star Alchemist work in this? In order to get a Warlock, I would need... Maybe I needed those Mr. Warlocks. If I run like... Because I want to get healers in, right? But the healer Warlock overlap is Mr. Warlock, which is sold off. And he's not even that great of a unit. So I'm a little hesitant to ever want to do that, you know? Oh, that was a good pudge hook bait from our Arc Warden. Oh, now he summons one off to the right. Interesting. His second one summoned to the right. I really wish he summoned to the left because now this Chaos Knight can't do anything. He's trapped in here because Arc Warden didn't take the spot until the Pudge graciously pulls him out. That was very nice of that Pudge. Thank you. Thank you, Pudge. I don't think we win this. Nope. Ceremonial is also up to level 8. Man, apparently level 8 on round 16 or 17 is kind of the meta there. There's our Necrophos. Sweet. Alright, so let's get that in. Let's put the Dazzle in over here. And then we got 4 Knights. We've got 3 healers. We've got an Arc Warden. Got 2 Trolls. Probably don't want this one anymore. Grab that. Actually, no, I don't have time. If I had a bit more time, I would have, or bench space, I would have just bought that Mr. Warlock, used our reroll, and see what I found. I guess I could have done it if I was faster, but oh well. We found a lot of upgrades there. I'm not going to complain about that one. I think I need to move somebody like a Nessex out because right now somebody's getting hooked and then tiny tossed into the corner, and that happened twice in a row. And then Chaos Knight was just out of the fight, which luckily there was somebody who blinked in and punched through. Oh, literally everybody opponent in the game is level 8. I didn't realize that. Holy cow. That is really aggressive. How do they level up to 8 and still have more? I guess they would have more because they haven't rerolled at all. I was thinking more net worth. It's kind of crazy to me how that's working. So if I move a Nessex out and do something like this, maybe that gives me a bit more space since I don't need to be so tightly clumped around that Drow Ranger. There's Omni. I think maybe just Luna is actually just better than Arc Warden at this point. Is that true? Might be. If I would level up, would I want an Alchemist or would I want an Arc Warden? I guess I'd want another knight. I want Dragon Knight, actually.
Strike swiftly.
I think barring that, I'd probably want the Arc Warden, because I would need a bit more damage output rather than a scrappy Warlock where I don't have any Warlocks.
Suffer.
Yeah, I think I'd want an Arc Warden. So I'm going to sell these off, clear up some bench space. We're definitely going to level up to 8 at some point, but I'd like to get my build a little bit stronger, complete some of these 2 stars that we're missing beforehand. I think we're about to hit a creep round here. 10 damage, dang. Everyone's like out healing us despite the fact that we've got the healer alliance. I guess we don't really have too much of a front line. Everyone's picking to summon Demonic Golem. I mean, I think that's correct for me, just because I don't have too much range DPS. And I wouldn't want to enthrall somebody who I couldn't just go grab. Like, if you're running Assassins or Hunters, sometimes you want an enthrall, because you can easily get to the target who's enthralled. But right now, if I do that, it would just be really hard to actually get to the correct target. Yeah, I think we're just going to level up this turn here after this creep round. Put back the Arc Warden in and give it the Skull Basher. And then I probably have to be kind of aggressive on rerolling because I think people are going to level up to 9 here. Uh-oh. Am I going to lose this? Yep. I lost this somehow. 400 health. I guess I need to be off to the other side. Yeah, he had the one with 25 armor. It's kind of awkward. Well, Sacred Relic is not a Mask of Madness, but... Oh, wrong one. It's acceptable, I suppose.
Everything is going according to plan.
Alright, let's reroll, get Dazzle. There's actually Dragon Knight. I think I'm just going to level up with the Dragon Knight, if I'm being honest. 6 knights, but I also have the DPS of the Arc Warden. Still at 10 gold of interest, which is not really a lot, and it might really compromise our ability to get 3 stars on this board, but we're really far from any 3 stars, and I just see everyone else has leveled up to 9, and I know that this tournament is being played on a just top 4 advance basis, so I don't really need to worry about trying to get first place. Like, that's not my goal. My goal this game is top 4. And so I'd rather just stop the bleeding right now by getting the level up and getting the improved composition, and not worry about, oh, you know, I want to, you know, really try to get greedy and try to get first place. I just want to prevent any bleeding I can right now, and then win, and then just hopefully win because of that. Hopefully I make top 4, even if I don't get first because of it. We've got their Golem, but so do we. We've got an Arc Warden, but they do not. Arc Warden and Luna damage. Luna damage doing really good. Okay. And see, this is the power of doing that aggressive level up. Yeah, we lose our interest, but we just dealt 13 to a key opponent who is above us in the standings, so now they get dropped below us. And we're just fighting for the top 4 spot. We're just locked in on top 4 right now. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-star units, actually. So we've got a lot of potential for upgrades here. We got 3 of them paired up. We just don't have the pair of Dragon Knight. There's the Abaddon. Perfect. I don't think it makes much sense to be rerolling too much here. We are pretty strong, and then I think I'd like to get my gold up to 20 or 30 before rerolling too much more, because we did show that we are pretty powerful, and I'm not. These upgrades are not so impactful. I mean, the Necros upgrade kind of is, but like Dazzle upgrade, you can take it or leave it. I can actually move Dazzle out a little bit because he was not attacking for some of that last fight, which was kind of bad because he was locked in between the Nesix and everybody else. But now the Nesix Hunter is not going to be attacking. But I guess I'd rather have Dazzle out and attacking just because he's going to get the heal off by getting his mana up. And of course, healing is very important for us since we've got the healer bonus and the knight's bonus for bonus damage reduction. I think this Arc Warden has been really important for this build. Typically, Knight's builds don't always get somebody like Arc Warden because they've got damage output from Luna or Chaos Knight, but in the absence of being able to get them up to 3-star, and absence of having, you know, Mask of Madness or a Moon Shard or some other really high damage item, having somebody like Arc Warden, especially because we've got Skull Basher, which is a great item for him, it's really pulling some good weight in this composition. So I'm happy with it. There's Chaos Knight. We'll wait till the interest locks in to buy that, because I'm still feeling okay about the current spot we're in. We see 3 people really close to dying here, that 22 or less life. We've got 51. Somebody had a 2-star Bristleback. Oh, that's going to be really good in these long sustained fights. But hopefully our healing can keep up with that. This is the 2-star Bristleback, of course. That's who we get. Alright, luckily they hook the fake Arc Warden. That's the goal. Get our heal off. Bristleback is not dead yet, but we're about to get all of our focus fire onto him, so perfect. Almost. Get him, get him! Get him dead! No more cast! Uh-oh. Okay, well, I think that's acceptable. Alright, Luna's down though. So our Arc Warden has to carry most of this damage burden here. And Batrider. Luckily we've got the Golem to protect us, and Necropho's still up for healing, so it looks like we got it. It was kind of close. Somebody got eliminated. Perfect, perfect. Once again, just shooting for top 4. So every elimination is huge.
We are chosen for greatness.
Alright, so we're on a nice little win streak here since we leveled up and got that in. Got in the 6 Knight bonus, which is really impactful to keep our guys really tanky and alive. Actually, I should just put an Essex in here, right? So that the minion spawns out this way. There's no chance it gets locked in. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Since I'm not grabbing 30 gold of interest here, I will spend a couple rerolls. There we go. Because like my interest didn't change, but I had the potential to get like a 2-star Necrophos or Dazzle without compromising any interest on that round. So that's why that was the turn we chose to reroll. But did not find it. We did find the pair of Arc Wardens, so we have almost our full comp to 2-star, or to, you know, paired to 2-star. Not Dragon Knight, but since we don't have the Dragon bonus, that's a little bit less impactful. He's just kind of a tank, just kind of a frontliner, just like Abaddon in some sense. He has a moderately impactful ability, but not the hugest thing. I guess I could look to try to find a dragon but if we wanted to get him to 2-star and find it. But the thing is, most opponents are running Pudge, and I really just value Arc Warden a lot as a way to disrupt opposing Pudges. We've seen it bait so many Pudge hooks that it's just been very, very, very powerful. And that's one of the big problems with Knights compositions is the weakness to Pudge, because you rely on being this clump that's stacked up for the Knights bonus, and you have like your front line doesn't deal that much damage. It's all about your back line. It's all about Luna. It's all about, you know, Necrophos staying alive to cast the constant heals, and having Arc Warden into the build really helps that a whole lot. And we've seen how strong it's been. We've already got 3 people eliminated, so that is absolutely perfect. Let's pick up Exploit Weakness. We don't have too much CC. We don't really need Phantom Pain, which we see most other opponents picking up here. Most opponents have picked Phantom Pain, which is a popular pick, but we don't really need that that extra armor because we already have the Knight's bonus, so we've got lots of tankiness as is. We won't get up to 30 gold this turn. I'm not too concerned about that. We just need to beat out one more opponent here, so I'm going to just be rerolling very aggressively right after this round. Just reroll like everything, trying to find these upgrades, because I don't even know if I care about, well, I guess by that logic, I don't even care about 3-star Knights, because I just want to beat out one more person. That's all I care about. Maybe I should have sold off Luna here to get above 30 gold. Because by the logic is we just want to get top 4, whereas holding onto these is like kind of playing for the win, playing for the first place. So arguably I should have sold off Luna there and then rerolled very aggressively. I mean, I'm going to reroll very aggressively anyway. Anybody have magic damage that I care about? Not really, but I guess there's always going to be some magic damage. There's the Dragon Knight. Alright, we got pairs of everything. There's Necro. There's Dazzle. We're not going to go for 3 stars in those. There's Arc Warden. Can I get a Dragon Knight? Could I be that lucky? Yes, I could be that lucky. Okay, so we just got 4 upgrades right there. Just got everything. That was pretty lucky. Let's be real. Let's not sugarcoat it. That was a good turn. But yeah, I mean, this comp has obviously got a whole lot better because of all those upgrades, and now we just sit back, wait for one more person to get eliminated, and that's that. Actually, that's the person we're playing against. So if we can beat them here by 17, they're out of here, and we qualify for the final round of the tournament. That's the plan. Still gonna, of course, try to win. No reason to let our foot off the gas pedal, but you know, once we get top 4, that's really where I'm like saying, yeah, I'm good to go. I'm happy with the result. Still gonna keep playing. Looks like we do eliminate them. Oh, that's easily 17. Oh, it's exactly 17. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now, actually, despite all of that, despite this pretty big win streak we're on, we're only in 3rd place. There's still 2 people above us on a bigger win streak. I don't quite know how powerful they are. Since I haven't played them recently, you know. Have to approach this with a little bit of caution. They're running relatively similar compositions based around warriors and then either savages or warlocks. One opponent has insects, but in general, I mean, insects get cleared out by Necrophos relatively consistently, as well as Dragon Knight, Breath of Fire. Alright, this is not the insect player. This is a 2-star Troll Warlord with a Gloves Face. Okay, it's not a Mask of Madness, at least. That's nice. I don't like Mask of Madness Troll Warlord. Okay, so now my question is, what is our best chance to actually like progress and try to win this game? Are we interested in leveling up to 10 to get a dragon bonus to turn on the Dragon Knight? Or are we just interested in trying to find 3-star Luna, Chaos Knight, Bat Rider? I think those two are kind of mutually exclusive. I think it'll be very difficult unless we get exceptionally lucky in getting Lunas or Chaos Knights to do both. So I don't know what's best. I think, well, this might be the start of very lucky. I think I'm just going to wait on this, not buy anything right now because we're at 19 gold. And that means if we win the next round, which we're doing quite well, we should probably win against at least 2 of the 3 opponents. Then we'll get to 20 gold for interest, because it does kind of calculate that 1 bonus gold you get for winning the round when it's calculating your interest. Because I think the game like knows whether or not you're going to win, and it gives you that gold right away. So now that the interest is locked in, this is the turn. This is the time when we can buy these. And this is the one Nerve in here who was on the win streak, so I'm not positive that we're gonna beat them. The other 2 looked a little bit easier to beat since they did not quite have the same record.
My armies will not fall.
That being said, probably not gonna win this. This Faceless Void is doing one hell of a number on us, and this lone druid with double druid has a refresher orb, so he has plus 300 attack. Okay, well, that hurt pretty bad. That Faceless Void did quite a bit on us. So I'm going to throw Dazzle over on this side and hopefully bait something like a Faceless Void off to that side instead of right into our big clump of knights. We see another Luna, and we have a free reroll. Once again, we can't buy her without compromising interest just yet, and I'm not in like one-shot range. I'm not going to get eliminated this round. So there's no reason to buy her and then reroll down hoping to find her to 3-star, because we're about to hit round 29, which means if we're not going to lose this round, which we're not going to take 35, then we're definitely going to get to round 30, which is a creep round, which will definitely survive. So let's just bank up the interest. No reason to buy this before interest locks in and reroll beforehand. If I was down at 17 life, you could have an argument to do that. But there's no real reason to do it right off the bat. See, this was awesome. This Dazzle was a great bait. Just baited the insects right over to this side, or the Broodmother web, and that web was just like pretty much worthless. Which is perfect. And this is the insect opponent, so looks like we are crushing him pretty well. I forgot Dazzle actually counters insects pretty well because it does AoE around all of your units, which clears out the insects and then kind of resets them. They have to start attacking. They have to respawn from the board and then start attacking again. So it looks like we beat them, but they still have 45 gold. Does that mean they have an Aegis? They do have an Aegis. So generally when you see players who have that much gold, at this late in the game when they're like in that one-shot range, you probably know they have Aegis of the Immortal because there's no reason for them to be holding on to all that gold if they potentially could get eliminated in one hit. I'm starting to wonder if Batrider 3-star is actually realistic. I know we have 3 of them, but we have much lower odds. I guess we don't have too lower odds on tier 1 units. I guess I was thinking of selling off Omni Knight and Batrider here to get up to 30 gold of interest. Maybe that's a little too aggressive. Maybe Batrider 3-star is still a realistic possibility here, especially because we are winning. I mean, we lost to Nervin, but if we get paired up against Ceremonials or Esjed here for another round or two, then you know we're in pretty good shape to survive for a couple more turns, and then that 1 gold doesn't matter quite as much as the potential of 3-star and a Batrider. Almost certainly not going to 3-star Omni Knight. He's way too far away and way too expensive. But I think we're on the reroll plan to try to get Chaos Knight Lunas rather than try to get a dragon like Puck. Or I pick up an expanded roster and do both. Is that better than Moonshard? Probably. Just getting a Dragon Knight upgrade is really good. Okay, let's give Dragon Knight the Gloves of Haste. Alright, let's reroll a little bit here. Don't really think Dragon Knight 3-star is possible. He says as he gets all these Dragon Knights. I'll sit here at 20 gold. I guess I'll buy these Dragon Knights. I should have bought that one. Oh well. But yeah, we got a 2-star dragon who's going to transform. It doesn't have the best damage items. Obviously, we had to forego Moonshard or Daedalus to just get the Dragon Knight transform, but that's worth more than a Moonshard or Daedalus would be on him. The transform is kind of the important first step. It would be an improvement on Luna, for sure, a Moonshard, but since we don't have her to 3-star just yet, if I had a 3-star Luna, I think I would probably take Moonshard there, just because she would be such a big carry, comparatively. But here, she's not going to be as big at just 2-star, and the Dragon Knight, I mean, just look at his damage. Like, that's what we basically bought with that item, so I'm a fan of that. Doesn't look like we quite got there though, unfortunately. Oh, this is Nervin again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We know we probably can't beat Nervin. He's been consistently beating us, but it's not by too terribly much. We're still in a comfortable second place, so I know one of their Aegises got popped. Oh, I forgot to buy the Dragon Knights. Oh well. I think 3-star Dragon Knight was a little too ambitious. Okay, so Esjed here has the Aegis. Let's just try to, I guess, 2-star Puck. Now that I'm getting a little bit closer to the one-shot range. Troll Warlord. I would have to ditch the healer buff in order to throw him in over like Dazzle. I don't want to lose the Knight's buff to throw him in over Batrider, so I don't really think that's where I want to be. In Ceremonials, this was one point we could eliminate. We successfully baited the Faceless Void off to this corner. That was nice. Ooh, Puck is pretty good for clearing out these insects as well. Looks like we're going to eliminate him here. We'd already popped his Aegis a few turns back, and now we fully eliminate him. Hopefully S-Jud is also eliminated here. So it's just the 1v1. No, S-Jud beat Nervin. Interesting. Oh, we don't eliminate him. What? We don't have quite enough. Oh, dang. Yeah, I realized I'm not playing Troll Warlord. I don't feel like I'm going to eliminate this turn. Let's just sell him off, get up to 10 gold. Seems like Chaos Knight might not happen, but Luna and Bat Rider are pretty likely to get to 3-star here. Would be nice to get Chaos Knight, but far from a requirement. Ah, Nervin again. Okay. Well, that means either Ceremonials or S-Jud here is going to get eliminated. Or no, S-Jud still has his Aegis, I think. So maybe that one won't happen. Oh, their Io's resurrected. What are they bringing back? Alchemist. Okay, I can live with that. At least it's not like their 3-star Lone Druid with Refresher Orb or their 2-star Lone Druid with Refresher Orb. God, they have 2 Lone Druids with 2 Refresher Orbs. That's a lot of bears to deal with. But that also means there's a lot of big stacked up fights, which means Luna and Dragon Knight can just shred through them over time. And they have very like slow, consistent damage output, which is perfect for countering with our healing. Alright, got the win there. I think both their Aegises got Pop Ceremon and S-Jud here. This is a really close game for those two. Not for us. We're in pretty good shape. There's the Bat Rider. I probably could have got Dragon Knight 3 by now. I really should have been going for it. I was a little too... I thought it was a little too expensive, and I thought I would be losing already, and I'd be like, I'm not going to have enough gold or time to find this. So, you know, maybe you could have played this a little bit better. Recognize that 3-star Dragon Knight is completely uncontested and is actually completely reasonable. But I did not fully commit to that early enough. S-Jud here has got a Troll Warlord 2-star with a Moon Shard. That is really not good for us. Our N6 went down instantly. I think this is gonna hurt. Yeah, our front line is already gone. We have not killed any of their guys. Uh-oh. Alright. 2-star Troll Warlord is a very big upgrade. It really sucked that our N6 got hooked as well. I think I want to move her forward a step. So what they did to counter us is they went a 2x2 row all the way in the back, which kind of forced our guys to move forward a lot, including our Arc Warden. So basically our entire front line had to move forward. And that meant that N6 was the furthest one back because she doesn't move. She doesn't care.
This is going to be good.
I think I just want to crash. I think that's probably the best bet here. I think we're too far away from Dragon Knight. I just want the interest. It's a creep around here, so we don't really need to care too much. I think we should be able to beat the dragon no problem. We just get 1 or 2 Skullbasher procs, and then we should be able to burn him down during that time. After interest is locked in on the round, we'll use our free reroll. And, you know, unless I'm buying the Dragon Knight. But in reality, it's going to be so expensive to try to get a 3-star Dragon Knight, and now we are actually in one-shot range. So it's probably just more advisable to go for Luna. If I had committed to Dragon Knight 3-star earlier, if I had known that, oh yeah, we actually are this strong, we're actually going to go on a win streak, then maybe I would have held on to it. These items stink. Higher Classic Criminal is like by far the worst item in the game. We're not going to buy too many more units. I guess it's Scythe of Eyes, but gosh, does that feel horrible. I wanted another, you know, expanded roster, which we would put in like a Dragon Knight, or a Moon Shard, or a Daedalus, or, well, really one of those. Alright, well, I guess we might go for it. If we do pull out another win or two here, then we'd probably have enough time to find him, but in reality, I'm doubtful. A little doubtful about it. Because by this point, I was gonna say most of the people are like gonna find something like 2-star Troll Warlord or something, which we don't have any 3-star knights other than Bat Rider, who I'd say barely counts. Bat Rider is such a bad knight. It's not a Luna or a Chaos Knight really. Oh, Essex got hooked. But we are still up. Alright, we're good. I think we win this. Yeah. Oh, that's there in Essex. Like, why is a golem spawned in our backline? Maybe we don't win. Oh, I don't think we do. Oh. We don't get eliminated, though, so that's kind of nice. Just take 7. So I thought we were like a lock for top 2. And now it's turning into a real nail-biter here for any of the top 4 spots. Alright, so as Judd's out, so it's Nervin, Ceremonials, and I've proven that I can beat Nervin. Question is, can I beat Ceremonials we just went up against? I should have committed to Dragon Knight earlier. I really should have. I think we can beat Nervin. We only lost, or we were only losing to them because of they were able to hook a Nessex in. But I think if we just put her up a step like this. And maybe Luna's a little too exposed in this formation. Yeah, Tidehunter got right on Luna. That's really bad. But their tiles kind of overlapped, and Luna... Tide doesn't do very much damage, so I don't care that he's attacking Luna. I just care that she might get CC'd and then hit by an Arc Warden, which did happen. Ah, that's rough. Alright, you got us. Yeah. Double Tidehunter there. We got a really bad item on round 35 when everyone else got another expanded roster or something. And so we didn't commit hard enough to the Dragon Knight 3-star either. But, we got 3rd place. That was pretty good. That was a really tough lobby. And, you know, we kind of played it such that we were really trying to get just top 4. We spent our gold in such a way to just ensure top 4. And it did work. So, overall, I'll settle for it. Alright, thank you so much for watching. And hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.